Hi there, Taurus. I'm Joy with Joy to the World, here to bring you your reading. And I want to start off by saying you guys are a little moody. And it's not moody like broody, like bad, but it's, in a sense, the moon that's coming up. It's these changes in the moon that they're touching you a little more than the others from what I see right now. So I have a few cards out that kind of are the overtone right now, and it says, so deep knowing the fates, blessed in TikTok. And it's even weighing heavy on you guys. It's sitting there. It feels like a block. You want to know when is the right time to move. And for some of you, this is a legit, straight up move. Others, it could be a facet of your life that moves. Some definite change that transfers your energy, that creates an altered world for you, which to Taurus, period, is like moving. It is a change. So let's get some cards moving here and see what we got for Taurus. That they're wanting to know when's the right time to move. Okay. And in regards to how fate is working for you. Let's get a couple of cards out for Taurus. Some energy flowing, love coming your way. A little bit of enthusiasm. Some uprising energy for sure. Hang on, let me. Okay. I feel that's good for now. Oh, there were 4. Okay. I thought there might be 4, but I was only seeing 3. So that's going to have to go down there. You were hiding. You're going to tell us your story. Let's see what is going on for you guys. All right, we've got the Lovers, Strength, Pentacles, and Temperance. So give me just a second to take a look at these. So it's kind of saying the love is coming in strong, but it's time for a change because you've done all the work. It's not kind of saying that. It's totally saying that. Which is why y'all are wondering about the move. Interesting. But I like it because in the center, Mayat, sorry, I'll set for a moment. Mayat is over the Temperance. And in Temperance, she is looking to the future. But I love it. Mayat's looking straight ahead, totally balanced. Like, well, that's what you want to know what I hear her say? She says, you are your future. Looking straight at you. Here, Temperance is looking off to the side between the sun, the moon, and the balance and everything. But this is the strength of you. Definite lover, for sure. Passionate, pleasure. So the work's been done. It's time for change. I see. When a sense it is, Temperance is saying, hey, there's a reason I piggybacked under Mayat. It says, stop and smell the roses. You've kind of set your mind. So this is a gentle warning. It's more like moving forward in the right attitude. Okay, so it's like you're overlooking some of the tiny things, the small things, the little details, because it's been a process. And you kind of took it at face value, and you're looking at what you've put in and wanting to see what you're going to get out of it. But life is showing up as temperance here. The energy of life is showing up saying, hey, stop and smell the roses. Enjoy the fragrance. Take this refractory moment to bask and bathe in the lingering pleasure. Let it linger. It's like conversation isn't just the words that are being executed, it's the pauses in between. Like they often say, you know, you're really good friends when you can have those long silent pauses and not feel uncomfortable. Okay. So life is saying, hey, let me be that friend. Let me draw close to you. There's something new going on here. Life is really wanting to woo all of us. And I think it's an energy and a presence that we've seen it more relegated, its pieces and parts, as opposed to its wholesomeness, its wholeness that pervades all things and makes every moment has meaning. And not like you even have to extract it. It's simply moving at a pace at which it can be witnessed. And once witnessed, being a sign of pleasure, you're going to be drawn in and appreciate it. You're going to relish in it, to kind of, you know, treasure that exchange. Okay? So life has kind of left you breadcrumbs here saying, hey, wait, there's more. And you thought you were done, which is why these cards over here are like, is it time to move yet? It's time to move. It's time. It's time. I know it's time. But in this chariot, there's some essence of spirit and healing that has gone on. It's almost like, I hear dream waker, dream shaker. Is things that have been beneath the surface, like in the pleasure zones of kind of why the lovers is here, right? It's a rising up and emerging with your intimate dreams, and by intimate I don't mean sexual. Those things that you really carry close to your heart, in the high heart, in the pink zone, the pink realm, they're merging. It's kind of becoming this juicy coral color in the chariot. It's like, well, they say the two become one. And, it's almost like notification. Thought I had that turned off. It's almost like a new start to life, a reframing, a reset to where, a reset where your mind, body, soul are in alignment. And the spirit flows freely through that, which is clearly indicated in the movement card here of the chariot. But life is showing that you're being a little put off. But thank goodness there's something bigger than us in charge here. And so kind and loving and powerful and juicy and delicious, and treasuring the enjoyment, treasuring the connection, the bonds that create lasting impressions. So it's hinting at a little bit of a bigger picture, almost like the cycle that you're just finishing isn't something that's totally being washed out. It's like a layer, like an impression that's being layered upon. You know, you may clearly be something that you separate from and move on, but it has a layering effect in it, kind of like the bottom row of cake, right? And now life is trying to slather some frosting up on there to then put on the next layer. Oh. So this isn't, y'all were showing it to me in the beginning like a movement like this. But life says, like George and Weezy, we moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. You're moving on up, Taurus. Okay. Let's see what else we got going on here. All right. Let's get these cards going. The Light Seers. What have we got to give us a little more information on this juicy moving on up that Taurus has going on? This layer cake, and it's chocolate. I see it. I see it, y'all. About movement here. That life is introducing this bond, this connection. Okay. Let's bring another one out. I see you. Come on down. If you want to come out. There we go. And let's see if we can get one more on this one. One more for Taurus. Give us some clarification on this promotion, in a sense, this upgrade into the nuances of life. Shuffle one more, and then I'm taking off the top. Okay. Well, y'all should like that. That last card made a shift. So you are shifting gears. So in a sense, that is movement, forward progress, right? Because as your car is gaining momentum and moving forward, that's when it's time to shift gears. So to me, it's not just about what cards come out. It is how they come out, how they are communicating about what they are bringing to the table here for us. Ironically, on my nifty little table that I love, which is why I sit on the floor to have kind of a tea time with you guys. So underneath the Lovers, so unifying the Lovers and Temperance, we have a reiteration. We have strength here. Okay. It's like bridging that gap, creating that union, that bond that was being talked about here. Because as we can see, that's kind of what she's indicating over her head and on her arm. Making peace with the situation at hand is definitely what I hear. Okay, so some of this is like stirring up a little bit of conflict within the self of, I can almost see the brow like knitting and furrowing and perplexing a bit of like, well, this isn't what I want. This is what I see. I'm an ox. I'm pulling the cart. We're going this way. This is how it's going. And life has a different plan. And what I can tell you is the most pleasurable, fastest track is to get on board with life. So whatever that is inside, if you're one of the people watching this who's actually feeling that, or it's kind of rubbing you the wrong way, stop and dialogue with yourself, with your soul about what that is. Get some insight and some wisdom from your spirit, from your guides, as to what that is for you. If I feel led, I'll clarify on this a little bit more if it seems like it's more of you guys going through that. But I can feel a disturbance in the force. Okay, I gotcha. Woo, y'all are burning me up here. It is an uprooting of some old ways. And there's a discomfort with that. Maybe in a sense you've been large and in charge for a while, or you're on the flip side of the coin, on the other side of the seesaw, where it felt like everything else has been in control but you. That's the ones that are being rubbed wrong, okay? Because it has been on the periphery, on the fringe, on the outer edges of this experience, and you're wanting to come more to the balance and to the center, like the Mayat, the temperance. But Mayat here is clearly saying it's you. Let's face ourselves. And it's going down beyond soul deep, like into the core root of the earth. Like there are treasures hidden for you there. So to go up, you have to root down. And that's what you're experiencing right now. It's rooting down. Okay. let's look and see under the Spirit of Pentacles and Temperance. This is what we have showing up. Okay. And what I see with that moon with the Spirit of Pentacles, it is more of it's a harvest of branches. It's a pruning. It is pruning out what no longer serves you. That is the death. And in a sense, the rebirth here is that freeing up that space on your hard drive is what I clearly hear you saying. Freeing up that space on your hard drive affords you to do many more things that you've been desiring and dreaming that may not be activated at this moment. It's not almost like it is. The death and rebirth card is saying it here, is that pruning away is going to trigger them to rise up. So me as a person, I have extremely strong Taurian aspects. I would tell you to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because it's just temporary and it's momentary, and it's more like footing based. It's not like the earth is falling out from under you, but it's like trying to get your footing with this new idea, but it's ancient. That's the irony of it. But pruning out, rooting down to rise up, and that's going to be the sweet life. That is the fragrant aroma. That is the reward to the work. There's more than just moving forward, moving on, progressing this way. There is a progressing, a layering that's going this way that leads ultimately to these cards up here at the top. Ultimately to the fates and the blessing. We can see she's just charging along, that when we get on board with this, it is like the nitrous button on those racing games, and you just take off like that, right? And you see all the love and the treasuring going on here with the stars, with fate, with life having its timing, having its methodology, having its voice. That's what I'm hearing clearly. Having its voice, its say in your life. This will upcharge you. It will recharge you. It will throw the static off and awaken your earth. It warms it in a sense, which you will like. You will find pleasure in that, because as we can see underneath Temperance here, underneath facing yourself in Mayat, this is what we have going on. Okay, there we have the Temperance, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. So it's really being on your throne, and it's like the moment you make the decision to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, that everything settles and falls into place. That is your footing. That is your footing. Okay, fine. I hear it. This is the Chiron. This is the Chiron first house stuff that's going on, that bubbles up in different readings at different times, and you're being put in that challenge, and everybody is in the same level of challenge for their sign. Is that it's the same level of difficulty for them all, but it's specialized to each zodiac of what they're facing. And here, that being comfortable with being uncomfortable, about, what ox wants to mount up, right? It wants to drive forward. It wants to keep progressing linearly. But this is a raising the roof. Okay, you got to dance up on the rooftop. But it's about comfort. I hear the ability to relax and lay back, to really let go, and let life love you completely. I hear her. She's speaking. She's like, let life show you how to live. And so that is what Chiron is about in the first house. It's about the self and showing you individually how to live. We're all born into this world incapable and at need of someone else's guidance, direction, and care. And it shapes us in a way that generally, no matter how well intended, is slightly off from um, what our programming is going to be. And there's some readjustments that need to be made, some pruning out that needs to go on. It's like a new vision, a new way to see things. And I know the planets are wanting to work here. And so it's like you've been a rut, or I mean, I've got the Taurus too, have been a rut in the way in which we function. And I hear the words manufacture, to make things. There she is. She's just smug and as a bug in a rug in the good kind of way. And she's like, she is smelling the roses. Can you not see it? Can you see her breathing in their fragrance? And she is like, I am all about drinking in the essence of nature. And this is life wanting you to drink in the essence of your nature, of purely your nature, and how you work and how you operate, and becoming comfortable with the new. That is where she sets in, and you get the good roots and you get your footing, is becoming comfortable with being uncomfortable. And it's just simply because it's new. That life, it'll spring forth as soon as that sickle is put in, and it prunes out the old branches. It triggers the dreams that were latent, that you didn't know were beneath the surface, or that you just thought were kind of like relics or tchotchkes on a shelf. They're going to awaken, and you'll be delightfully surprised. That's exciting. I like that. Okay. Well, Taurus, here we go. Here's to being comfortable with being uncomfortable and rooting down to rise up. This is Joy with Joy to the World. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you, and I appreciate our time together. Bye for now.